Okay, welcome to Team Call Tuesday. It's April 9th, 2019. Can you believe it's April? Because I cannot. I'm so excited because, I don't know, just coming back from the Success Club trip, you just kind of like have a new motivation, and spring is coming. Like, we went to the pool today, which is why I like just got out of the shower and I'm totally sunburned. But it's always nice when the weather starts to warm up. Like, we just kind of get motivated, especially being from New Hampshire, even though I'm pretty sure I just saw that it was snowing back home, which is just nuts. But I remember that. So anyways, but it's just a good time. Our team is on fire. I'm so proud of you guys. I really want to take a second and just acknowledge those of you who are on the call. Whether you're on the call right now or you're listening to this recording, you're making team calls a priority, and that will show up. We have to be learners. We have to constantly be students and figure out what's working and have questions, so that we can get those questions answered. So yay for everyone. Couple things. This weekend is Super Saturday. So if you have not looked up your local Super Saturday and bought a ticket, make sure that you do. Bring a friend. Friends are free. I think a coach can bring like 2 people. I actually don't know. It might depend on your actual location, but it's a great way to show what this business opportunity is like. It's a great way to meet people who are in your area, who you can, connect with and you see on social media. And, it's just nice when someone is like, geographically close to you. So make friends close to you, learn from the speakers, do the workout, feel empowered. It's really important that you go to Super Saturday, because I have noticed there's a very high connection on my, I don't know what the right word is, but like my connecting to the network and believing in myself when I go to the quarterly events. Then add Summit in there, then add Success Club trip. You guys are all going to be at New Leader Conference next year. Add in these events, and you constantly are connecting with other coaches and realizing that this is a movement, that this isn't just us behind our computer trying to make Success Club. This is a company that we get to partner with that wants to change lives, that wants to help people. We want to help people, and this team wants to help people. So please get there. If you're nervous, it's okay. I have now been to lots of them in lots of different states and have never known really anybody besides when I go to Phoenix and like am with Brenna. But so get there. And then also the Summit ticket is still on sale if you're thinking about going to Summit. Always, that is something that I highly suggest. There's always, Team Forward Fitness, I remember, yes, you should be at Summit. I know as it gets closer, finances come up and it's like, how am I going to make it work? Do what you can to get there. I really can't express how important and how, gosh, there's so much crying. Like, it's so great. And if and I've talked to a few of you, you've messaged me, you're like, I really wish I could go and I just can't. There are some of the things that are filmed live, or the opening ceremony and the closing ceremony. Watch it in your living room no matter what. Just hone into Summit. It's a really amazing experience that, again, brings us back to our why, that we're part of a company that wants to change lives. And oh my gosh, the transformations that they share and everything is just crazy. So keep doing what you're doing and thinking about Summit, and talk to us. And then we have Team Forward Fitness that, when Brenna and I went our first time in 2017, we were like, hey, anybody want to share a room? And we comboed with 2 girls and it ended up being great. You're not in your room very much, so there are always people who are looking to fill a spot in a room, trust me. Anyway, so that's kind of it on announcement. I'm sure there's more. Ultimate Portion Fixes, continuing to be on sale. Also, if you are going to Summit, you want to make your goal Success Club 10 for this month and next month, because that's how you earn the Success Club party. So even if you've never made Success Club and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, you are going to get 5 people this month, no matter what. When you get 5 people and make Success Club 10 in April and May, you earn an exclusive Success Club party. So when you get there, they are strict about this. We did try to sneak somebody in, if we're being honest. But you get a band, like a wristlet, and you go in, there's like games and it's fun, and you see, like, that's last year I took a picture with Brittany Leggett, and you know, we saw some people that we knew. It's fun. It feels really exclusive and special, and it is special. It's hard work to get Success Club 10. So anyways, that is kind of that. I saw that announcement. Also, we are pushing as a team. You know, we want to be a 2-star team. And to start that, we're hustling really hard in May. All of you, it's all of us together. And we would have to start our qualification May 2nd. So that's how that works. When you become anything over diamond, you have to hold a rank for 6 weeks. So as a team that's pushing for elite, we're all pushing for higher ranks. And I'm excited to do that with you. I'm hustling too. So anyways, that's kind of it on announcements. I know I have still not put up a calendar for April. It's been a little crazy, but I see everybody working. I'm working. We're all working. We just don't really have it on paper, but I appreciate your patience, and you know, we're doing the things. All that matters is that we're doing the things. I just heard another really great, it was like this coach, she tells her team to KISS. Keep it simple, sister. So even if we don't know what we're doing and I don't have a cute graphic, just know, keep it simple, sister. Do your invites, do your reach outs, do your workout, fuel yourself with personal development, and that is how you build a successful business. So, okay, let's just talk about, I'm going to just share my screen, and I'm just going to like take you from the beginning, and I'm just going to kind of like show you some stuff. So I already logged in because I can never remember my dad's, even though I just signed my dad up as a coach. That is like something we can talk about later if you have questions of why I am building my father's account. But I am. And so, yes, I have a million tabs. Okay, so I logged in already, and then you have to click Coach Online Office. So if this is your brand new time, all I did is I went to teambeachbody.com and I went to sign in, and then now I'm signing in. You have to hit like coach and then coach back office or coach office, whatever it says. I'm sorry if I get that wrong. I have too many passwords for too many things in my life. Okay, it's working. Hold on. Okay, so this is your back office, and I really wish that I had thought about this ahead of time, where I like have one of those pointers that highlights, but basically I'm gonna do my best to just show you and describe where I am. Just try to follow along. So on the left side, it says My Dashboard, and then that has your profile. So if you need to know your coach ID, what your lifetime rank is. So once you hit a rank, and a rank is like your standing as a business in the coaching opportunity. So once you hit that, you have a lifetime rank. That is just what you are. But you can have a paid rank that's different, because we can drop rank. That happens. It happens all the time, especially when you start a qualification. But there's Emerald, then Ruby, then Diamond. And the reason the paid rank is different is because when you're a coach, you do not cycle bonus. When you're an Emerald coach, you cycle bonus at $14. A Ruby coach, you cycle bonus at $16, and a Diamond coach and above at $18. And then that paid rank and your rank depends on how much you can cycle bonus each day, which is why you always want your rank to be going up, because I mean the difference between like Emerald and Diamond is pretty huge. It's like $250, I think, versus $2,000 a day. That is the income potential if you want to run with it, which I know you guys do. So it's important to know that your join date, what your current qualification for Success Club, and then this BSF status is, have you paid your business fee? Have you paid that $15.97 to make sure that they're managing your back office and all of that stuff? That is important because, if you're looking for a Success Club, those prizes, if Success Club is a non-negotiable for you guys, which I hope that it is, Yes, Kenny. You want your business fee to be paid, and then you want to make sure that, and we'll talk about your current PV and all of that. So, what, Kenny? Sorry, you can't see, but Camzilla's here. Okay, so then I'm going to just go down your dashboard first. So then your team. So right here, if you needed to know like who your upline sponsor coach is, who your upline diamond coach is, and then your upline star diamond, that happens to be me across the board in this particular, this account. And then I can see how many personally sponsored coaches I have and how many in your advanced team, and then how many coaches in your organization. How many coaches in your organization means because we're a team and we're all contributing to the legs, which if you're not understanding what I mean because you can't see my hands, everyone is you and your coach and your team are all contributing to one of your two legs, your strong leg. So even though I, on this account, only have one personally sponsored coach, I have 6 coaches underneath one of my legs, which is awesome because that is why when the team is doing well, we're all doing well, because then we are able to cycle bonus more times, we're bringing in more volume, and all of that stuff so that you have the ability to make more, because when, we're all right in the success train together. This is your Success Club. So to be actually in Success Club, you have to have a auto ship of, for most of us it's Shakeology, but maybe you have Energize and Recover. Maybe you have, actually Daily Sunshine isn't enough anymore. Beach Bars and something else. Oh. Someone. Just mute yourself if you can.
Oh no, is that me?
It's okay. I can't see who it is, so whoever it is, don't worry about it. Just if you can mute. So so that's what it says here. So when you're like, for example, for a really long time, my auto ship came out like on the 28th of the month. So for all month long, it would say that like total personally sponsored personal volume would be at 0. So I had not achieved that particular requirement in regards to Success Club, total Success Club points. So you can be in Success Club in regards to, you can hit helping 3 people getting started with a challenge pack. But if I have not gotten my personally sponsored, my personal order of Shakeology, then I am not able to qualify for the Success Club prizes. Or like, where did that just go? Anyways, I don't know. So then my dad, this is my dad's account, and he just signed up. I just signed him up last month. So he has a 0 for Success Club and all of the things. But then you can, come down here, and then I can see if there's any orders, personally sponsored coach signups. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words, like my tongue is swollen or something. It is not. So new coaches in your organization, that's where you can see like where other people are contributing to your strong leg and all of that right there. And that is this, My Business Alerts is within the last 7 days. So if you have, somebody bought a challenge pack last week, they're not considered a new customer order after 7 days. Or, a personally sponsored coach sign up, it will say 0, even though you might have a new personally sponsored coach in regards to like, it was just last week. Then volume. So volume is where, this is where your income is going to really start to grow, is your volume. So you want to be checking your volume. You want to see how much you're cycle bonusing. Now this is an example where someone has 0 on the side, and my dad is not an Emerald coach yet. So therefore he won't cycle bonus even if all of this volume is there able to. And I'll explain that in a little bit. But the volume here on your left and on your right, you want those numbers to be getting high. And it's pretty awesome that because we're a growing team and because we're here to crush it, that my dad's account only has 1 personally sponsored coach, but yet he has 168 volume points sitting there. If he were to activate Emerald, that would become his carryover volume. So that's where you would just check your volume. Just know that's how you can see your discount coaches coming up, you know, people who are in Success Club, all that volume carries up. You can go downstairs. And earnings, so I like this is it. This is the one check he's gotten. But then this is where you can see like my retail commission. If you were to click on this hyperlink, you can see exactly who that came from, exactly what order that was. So if you're like, where is this commission coming from? Oh man. Sorry, hold on. If you're wondering at any point, then the next line down is subscription. Please hold. It's like called subscription commission. So if someone like reorders their Beachbody on Demand, you know, if they're annual or their quarterly or their half year payment is up, you can click this. You can click this and it will tell you. Look. Yeah, maybe. Here. Then team bonus. So that's what I was just talking about, your team cycle bonus. So, you know, as an Emerald, Ruby, or Diamond, you could be making 14, 16, or 18 every time you cycle bonus. So the goal is obviously to cycle bonus more. So that's when you see these coaches or myself talking about an income progression. They're not saying like, oh, now I sell 500 challenge packs a week. No, their team is growing and they're cycle bonusing more. Then once you have coaches underneath you who are Emeralds or above, and they are making team cycle bonuses, you receive a matching bonus once you are Diamond and above. So that's also another way. Also, the fast start bonus is when you sign up 5 coaches with a challenge pack, or within the 5 weeks of them ordering a challenge pack in a 5-week period, then you get a $100 bonus. So if you have big goals in this business, signing someone up as a discount coach, offering them the discount so that, one, they are more likely to stay on Shakeology and their products for longer, engaging in a challenge group, getting better results because they're saving money, benefits you as well. It's a win-win for everybody. Everyone, literally everyone. So that is a great way. Now up here, you can look at the bonus period, and then you can also track your total year-to-date earnings and then your total lifetime earnings. So again, this is a brand new account. So that $47.50 is what it is. And I actually don't know why it's $47.50, but it says $50. I don't know why that is. I'll have to figure that out. Now, Road to Elite is for coaches if you are like, I have no idea what you're talking about with this elite stuff, but we as a team are pushing for elite. So just know that you know, might not know what it is, but long term, like as in soon, you want to start thinking about your elite standing. So first, they changed what it was like to become elite. And it used to be like you just kind of worked, and then you like became elite. Now there's these 4 milestones. It's team builder, team leader, premier, and elite. And there are requirements for each thing. So just know as you're achieving these requirements, you will get a physical check mark that will come here. And then once you get that, you get a piece of the trophy. And then at the end, there's like this 4-tiered awesome trophy that you get. And it's a huge accomplishment in the business. It just means that your team is growing, and not that you are having success, but that your coaches are having success. And that's what we want, is we want to help our coaches get there. Okay, so that's kind of just what that is. Then up here, grow your business. So challenge group tools, product tools and shareable media, logos and images. So as we talked in our social media training last week, I don't really recommend you taking a picture of Autumn with the Ultimate Fortune Fix and sharing that on your social media page, because people want to see your story with the product. They don't really want to see Autumn. They can Google Autumn. You can share Autumn in a sneak peek, or you can share about Autumn on your Instagram stories, but I wouldn't make it all about Autumn, because it's not about Autumn. Autumn created it and she's really awesome, but you are awesome. You are the one who's having these experiences with these products, and you are helping somebody get started and have experience with the products at the same time. That's what we do as coaches. Anybody can go to Beachbody and sign up with their own, like sign up themselves, do their own research. But our stories and our experiences are what motivates people to get started for themselves. So in here, there are already made logos, images, a challenge group, like literally challenge groups, like from day 1 to day, however many long your challenge group is, 3 weeks, 30 days, an entire 6 weeks program for Transform in 20. There is a post and a picture already made for you if you want to use it that you can upload into your challenge tracker app, and that will schedule to post every morning. So it's here for you. I have always made my own, but that doesn't mean that I don't go in here and look and see, do they have something that I like? And if they do, I steal it. And it's not even stealing, I use it, I should say. This is how you can manage your website and your profile. Like when someone were to go or to buy something, you have already set up your website, like with your picture and stuff like that, you can manage that there. You can send an email if you want. So I'm trying to be better. When I say trying to be better, I've done this once, but it's on the to-do list to do more, is you can email all of your customers or all of your coaches at the exact same time from Beachbody, letting them know, hey, we have a challenge group coming up. If you want to jump back in, let me know. Like, how awesome is that? When we think, how am I supposed to remember all of these people? You don't have to remember it. They're on a list for you. Then share a cart. So share a cart is such a crucial part of your business that you should be using. If you can help it, don't send them just a link. Like, we have BB links, and I think it's odd. I use BB links to check prices sometimes because it's kind of fast, and also to share videos. So when someone says, okay, well, what is this Ultimate Portion Fix about? I'll say, can I send you a video? Or, well, I don't know if I would really be interested in Shakeology. I'll say, I totally get it. Is it possible for me to share? Or is it okay if I share with you a 3-minute video that kind of explains exactly what it is? What do you need? Babies? Yeah. And so in BB links, can you please go downstairs? Hold on one second, team. Okay, sorry, thanks for that commercial break. Okay, so share a cart. So when you send someone to BB links, they have the ability to navigate around, and not in like, hey, you're trying to control what they're buying, but it's really easy for them to just click out of it and like go to a different site and have it kind of refresh, and then it loses that you're a coach. It used to happen all the time to me, and they'd be like, I did order, and it was like they had ordered through another coach accidentally. Then we have to do a coach switch in a volume and commission switch. It's possible. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. But Share a Cart makes it so much easier because you put it all in a cart for them. Then you send it to them, and all they have to do is enter in their information. If it looks right, if you guys already talked about what they're getting, they should just be able to put it in and buy it right away. And then at the end, it's usually like, hey, do you want to add Energize or like Beach Bars, like or 3-day refresh? Because they'll give sales, and then people like sales, so it sometimes does great things. But the also amazing thing is that it will tell you if someone has viewed it and if they've purchased it, or if it's just sitting there. So it says sent, viewed, and purchased. So you know that like, hey, this is sitting in their email and they haven't even opened it. So when they're ghosting you, you know that like something's going on. You can kind of gauge where they're at in their seriousness. Some people just don't open it so that they don't forget, so still do a follow-up. But you kind of know if they've already opened it and viewed it, but they didn't buy yet. You can ask like, hey, is everything okay? You can say, I think I saw that you had viewed it. Does everything look okay in the cart? You can kind of gauge your follow-up depending on what stage. And then once they order, and then you can send them, I have a little video that you're welcome to send. It's like, I call it like, I ordered now what, and I probably have to redo it because I did it last summer and things have changed. But I show them how to log into Beachbody On Demand, and I tell them about Shakeology and how, like, hey, please don't get your Shakeology and mix it like you would a protein powder from like the grocery store, because Shakeology is a really great product. And if you want to love it, and if you want to invest, you did invest, if you want to like actually see what this investment can do for your body, here are my top suggestions. And that is kind of what I send. It's in my YouTube. You're welcome to use it if you want, or make your own. Then monitor my business. So this is a great place that you're going to spend probably a lot of your time, because you want to see when people have ordered. You want to see your customer list, your subscription orders. Then in your downline, you can see your personally sponsored coaches. As you're growing, you're going to want to know if your personally sponsored coaches are active. You're going to want to know if they, as you are growing and you are pushing for higher ranks, a coach only counts if they're active. So maybe all they do is skip their Shakeology for 2 weeks because they just needed to get paid again. That's like not a huge deal. But what if they're ghosting you and haven't got Shakeology for like 4 months, Also, then you kind of want to be like, hey, girlfriend, do you really want to pay the business fee if you're like not going to get Shakeology ever? Because that's caring about them. So this is how you can kind of, check all of that. And, I would show you, maybe I'll log into mine so I can show you. But then you can see, well, no, I won't do that. But then geographical genealogy. So if I click on geographical or graphical genealogy, it will show you actually like the map of like the team and where I am. You can never see who is above you, but you can see who is below you. So there's Stephanie, and then I have Stacy and Katie and, Jordan. And if I were to hit this button, because I know there are 6 coaches in my organization, because we looked at that earlier, I can see what's going on. But I honestly don't really ever do this, because I just look at my full genealogy, which, yeah. Yes. So here I can see are the coach. See, I'm here at the top, Eric Crawford, that's my dad. And then I can see who's here, but you really are normally only looking at your own personally sponsored coaches. That's why over here it will say non-personally sponsored, because you actually, like if I were to click any of these coaches, I don't get any of their information from this account. So you can never look at anyone else's information other than your own personally sponsored coach. But you can see who they are, if you ever needed to know who that was. Or if you're like, who is bringing in all this volume for me? Then you can see. And then preferred placement. So this is really important. So when you are going for your first rank, which is Emerald, and then your second rank, which is Ruby, and then your third rank, which is Diamond, you need to have even legs. So an Emerald coach has a coach on each side. So if for example, Stephanie is on the right side. So I need a personally sponsored coach on the left side. Even though there were 6 not personally sponsored coaches there were other coaches on that leg. They don't count because my business is my responsibility. So my business is a result of my personally sponsored coaches. In regards to rank. So I want to make sure that the next coach I sign is on the left side. So that's why I have the preferred placement set to the left, and it will just be at the bottom of whoever is up, on that leg. So that preferred placement is very important. And every time I sign a coach, I just go in and check my preferred placement and make sure that the next coach is where I want them to be, because, what if someone signs up in the middle of the night and I don't notice? You have a few days to change it, but once a coach is set, a coach is set. You cannot move them ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Ever. I'm going to say it again, ever. So it is important. Then I can look here for my long-term success club qualification, road to elite, Lead program. Lead program is super important. This is kind of turning into an Emerald information call on accident, but it is what it is. So lead program qualification is you actually get leads from the company once you're an Emerald rank who is active. You know, if you are an Emerald coach and the last month you make Success Club 5, you will get customers who just come onto teambeachbody.com and don't have a coach and need a coach. You'll get them. So that's really exciting, because if they got a challenge pack, you do not get that commission right away or that Success Club points, but they're in your back office, and then you can say, hey, do you need a challenge group? And then the next month when they get Shakeology, that's commission. So another reason why you want to go Emerald as fast as possible is free money. Then if you make Success Club 10 the month prior, the next month you will get a paid lead. So they will put into your back office an order from teambeachbody.com who needed a coach, and you will get that commission, which is awesome. Again, free money. But lead program, you can follow that and then check out that. And then there's also ways in when you pull up your customers to see like who came from the customer lead program. Then team volume, carryover volume, earnings and commission. This is where you can like look long-term. Star Diamond leadership bonus. This is kind of important because for so long, my coach kind of only talked about Diamond. I don't want to be that leader for you guys. I want you to know that Diamond is awesome, and we are going to celebrate the heck out of you, but it's a tiny milestone in your coaching lifetime. Because right after you go Diamond, you're going to go Star Diamond. And then after that, you're going to be growing a team, and we're going to have a whole other level of leadership that we're going to help you do that. But when you get to 2-star Diamond and above, there are quarterly bonuses, and they're very, wonderful. It's 0.25 it's 0.25% of the entire quarter company sales. So I am not good at math, so I'm not going to even pretend to do this, but like, I don't know if they sell, $1 billion. I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't know what in ratio, like what they're actually selling. So $1 million, you get 0.25% of that as a Star Diamond. So when I saw examples years ago on, I was in this like Diamond and above leadership training, and it was like, as a 2-star Diamond every quarter, as long as you're holding your 2-star rank, you can get $500 bonus, and then up and up and up and up. So it's just a very wonderful bonus that you want to tap into. You want to push for these ranks because of these things. And then here's my EFT management. That is where you can set up direct deposit, because the physical check does take a little bit to get to you. So if you don't have your EFT management set up, I suggest that you do that. Okay, so that's kind of the huge chunk of, but let's say that you are like, well, I need help, or I need, let's click on Success Club, rewards and recognition. So this is to learn about things like, what is Success Club? Maybe I didn't explain it right, or maybe you're a new coach and you're like, I don't know what this is. You can click here and understand exactly what Success Club is. You can exactly understand what the Success Starter Program is, because when you as a new coach make Success Club your first 3 months as a coach, you get a free ticket to Summit, and there's more prizes. There's month 1 prize, month 2 prize, and month 3 prize. So the 3rd month prize is that you get a free ticket to Summit. Then the Success Club trips. You guys know that I'm like, everybody needs to be at Punta Cana next year. Like, this is a vacation, especially Punta Cana, because it's a all-inclusive resort, and like I went all-inclusive to Mexico last year, and it was like we just showed up and just had the best time. You can pay for excursions if you want. You can do other stuff, but seriously, guys, like all you have to do is you just have to get there. And that's how Punta Cana is going to be next year. And it's like, so Success Club, make sure that you're covering your own product, make sure that you're growing a business, and you're going to take your spouse or your family on a freaking paid for vacation. So Success Club is very important. And, if anything, we want to be taking our family on vacation. So that is Success Club. Then I want to learn about Premier. I want to learn about Elite. I want to learn about the road to Elite. So that's what I was just showing you, those 4 steps. about the Road to Elite. There's a whole PowerPoint. The company does not have, like, if you have a question, they have an answer. You just have to find it. So about Road to Elite, bam, watch a video. Road to Elite overview. All of the things, you know, there's more in here. I'll let you explore. Upcoming events, Super Weekend, Coach Summit, Team Beachbody event photos. Every time there's an event, there are photographers and they upload photos, which is really cool that if you ever are in one, then like it's a professional photo for free. It's really exciting. So, and then upcoming events, if you're like, Sam mentioned something, or, you know, Rachel mentioned something, or Sarah, Susie, Jane mentioned something. What did they mention? But you missed it. You can come to upcoming events and look up everything that's coming up. Maybe you're confused. Maybe you don't know what to do. Maybe you're like, I love this and I'm confused. We do have Coach University. We do have team calls, but you are the CEO. And if I don't explain something, or if your coach doesn't explain something the way you need it to be explained to you, here, training, boom, getting started, team and personal development, product training. Maybe you're like, what the heck is the Ultimate Portion Fix? Product training, you guys. What is Transform 20? It's going to tell you all the details that you can tell somebody who's like, or maybe you've never done the Ultimate Reset. I've never done the Ultimate Reset. I've never done the 3-day refresh. Literally my entire lifetime as a coach has either been pregnant or breastfeeding. So I have not done any of these, but I could come here and I could get all the ins and outs and information for one of my customers who's looking to do a cleanse. I have the information at my fingertips. The Success Club system. I probably say this stuff so much, you're like, oh my God, Sam, stop. But I'm going to say it until everyone is turning in their tracker for their raffles. But the Success Club system is this, or you can't see me, but it's your checklist. What do I do as a coach, Sam? I really want to build this business. I see the success other people have had. I want to do it. I want to make Success Club. I want the prizes. I want to go to Punta Cana. Check off the things on your Success Club system tracker. That's it. Business training. Maybe you want more business training. It's right here. And then training library, because they're so organized like that. And then support. Forms and documents. So if you have somebody who signs, okay, let's say you have a customer come in with a challenge pack and they rock it and they want to become a coach. Under here in forms and documents, there's that the reimbursement form for, you know, because you pay $40 to sign up as a coach. You can get that reimbursed because they've already purchased a challenge pack within a certain amount of time. I think it's like a year or something. Then my account, you can upload your, you know, maybe you move, you need your Shakeology to be sent to the right place. You would manage that in your orders actually, but you know, your account, I didn't know that I still had a Maryland address in my like address because my Shakeology was still coming to me, so it was fine, but my account said I was in Maryland. And so when I got to Star Diamond, the Northeastern like corporate mentor reached out to me and I didn't notice, and then she was like, tell me, because we got on a call and she was like, tell me about you. And I was like, well, I live in San Diego. And then at the end she was like, okay, so I'm actually not your corporate mentor. It was funny. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it was, you know, update your information. Then helpful links, contact us, and then the FAQ. They list off the FAQ on the National Wake Up Call on purpose because it's a lot of information that people are saying to you. I don't have these FAQ numbers memorized, but I do know that if I have a question about something that's being said, I go and search in the FAQ. And I don't just search one time because how I remember something being said is not necessarily how I can search it. Like, I don't have an example, but try different wording if nothing is coming up, because I promise you there is an answer to a question in the FAQ. That thing is like, I don't know. I don't believe it's actual physical document, but if it was a physical document, it would be like an encyclopedia. There are so many FAQs. And then one thing I just didn't see, I'm pretty sure in the training library is where you will be able to find, if you wanted to, all the national wake up. Oh yeah, national law training. So you want to learn. If you're like, I don't know what to do, I need some business development. Listen to the National Wake Up Call. First of all, listen to the current National Wake Up Call, because that has current announcements, current all the things. But if you are like, my gosh, I'm just struggling with inviting, go to the National Wake Up Call and look back. Who has talked about inviting? Because these are the top coaches. These are the coaches who are changing lives on a grand scale. If you have a question, they have an answer. But the difference is that you have to listen to these things and then act upon them. Don't be a collector. Like on the National Wake Up Call this week, she was talking about how forever she was a collector. She would read personal development books and she would just collect this information and never act upon it. You need to act right away, because you don't know what your questions are until you are doing. Because I gave you a checklist. We have given you a checklist of what to do. So do. You have to stumble forward. Can you hear my child screaming in the background? It's not any easier when John is home. It's just different. But here, rank advancement training, onboard new coaches training, leadership tools and training, inviting training. Oh, look, it's Brigitte. I did know that was there, actually, because years ago I did this. But they've just made it prettier. We used to have a different online back office. Emerald to Diamond program training, compensation training. You're not understanding how we make money. Boom, right there. Coach Basics. Challenge pack. I need to talk about challenge pack. Why do I only get Success Club points for a challenge pack? Because a challenge pack is pairing the 3 things that we do. It's nutrition, fitness, and support. And then you get them in a challenge group. That's why. But that will explain it more. Business tracking training, business or challenge group training. So all of the things. My mouth is like dry. So let me just look really fast. Yeah. Oh, you're trying to find the button. Don't worry about it if you unmute yourself. This isn't like no stress. Okay, so that is just like a rundown of your back office. Like obviously, I can say all of the things, right? I can say, I'm gonna change the view. Hold on. I can say, here's all this information, but really until you are going and exploring, is it going to get easier? You know, I can tell you, hopefully you just what you're taking from this is that there's a lot of information out there for you, that in regards to training, there's a million things and made by corporate, and they're really good at, you know, all their trainings are like, they roll together. I don't know why I'm yawning. They roll together. So like I've noticed now, because I've been around for a while, that like their super weekend PowerPoints and their summit PowerPoints, and then all of their trainings in the back office like go together and coincide, so you can go from one to the other, and like they're very clear about what they're explaining. And then, you know, the hyperlinks are really great. So like I showed you, like, oh, I'm making commission. Where is this commission coming from? You click the hyperlink, it will go directly towards it. That's the same thing when you start cycle bonusing. Where did I cycle bonus from? Who brought in this much volume that I now got to cycle bonus? You click it and it will open right to that. So that is a nutshell on your back office. Kind of one of those, you know, if you're a teacher or a preacher, like this was a very teacher call. But does anyone have any questions? Brenna, do you have anything else that is super important? She might be home now with Pay though.
No, sorry. I'm super attractive right now. So I was, you know, hiding.
No, you're fine. I thought you were just getting home.
No, I thought it was an amazing call. And the biggest thing that I would just reiterate what you're saying is there's a ton of information out there. You have to find it. Hold on, mommy's using her phone for a second. And on top of, so Katie, I think, came in a little late, Sam. So the other part about all of that I would say, guys, is the back office can seem overwhelming. And I think probably until we did qualification, Sam, I still felt overwhelmed with what I was looking at. Mm-hmm. So I would challenge you initially to, again, like we talk about moving rank, we talk about doing the 4 vital behaviors. Sam went over some of the key points on the main screens that we all have to look at as coaches and understand. But past that, like volume happening, like cycle bone, all of that stuff is going to show up there, and you're going to use it when you need it. So getting comfortable with understanding where you see your rank, where you understand Success Club, where your new customers are, like those very basic, and where training is, all of that stuff is so key for understanding. But past that point, as you get more comfortable with the business and what's happening in the business, that's when you'll go find it. Like, I didn't understand a sponsorship drill down until literally we were in qualification and was like, oh, this is what I'm looking at, or this is where I need to look for certain things. So Sam did a great job of like kind of trying to keep that really simple. And so don't feel like there is a ton more to learn in the back office, but I think she did an amazing job of going through the need to know basis for, new coaches, emerald coaches, women who are just starting off on building their business. And it's something that over time you get more comfortable with, but don't feel like because you don't know where everything is right now, or you don't know what everything means, that means you aren't a good coach or you're not going to be successful. Because literally, like, work till you have the next problem. Sam always says that to me, like, whatever your problem is now, if that's just getting people to show up in your back office to see a new customer name, that's your first problem. When you're having 50 people as brand new customers, then figure out how you're going to organize your customers or whatever. Like, all of that will come. I saw, is it Ali? Did I say that? Is it Ali's? I'm saying her name wrong. I'm sure of it.
No, Elise.
Elise, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't see the S. Sorry, Elise. So your first yes, I'll speak for me and Sam can totally answer that question. I think first yes is different for everybody. I got a lot of no's before I had my first yes. And I will say that now there's months where I hit Success Club 20 and I didn't even really send out that many invites. So part of it is in this business isn't necessarily about going for the yes. It really is about going for that no. And the yes just kind of happens when you're being consistent. People then, I tell my girls this all the time, they have to be ready for themselves. So being comfortable with the fact that it takes a solid, I think it took me 3 or 4 months of sharing. My daughter was born in February. I don't think I got my first Success Club point on the board maybe until April. And I had a lot of people who were like, yes, for sure, and then disappear before they ever did anything. So that's totally normal. And don't feel like that's something like you're doing anything wrong. It's really not. Most of the time, I think we are in one of the toughest businesses because health and fitness is so personal. And it's really about them. Like, anyone can say yes to a new piece of makeup that they're going to use and maybe throw away. But saying yes to changing your lifestyle and how you feel about yourself is a big yes. But that's why when people do it and they commit and they're ready, they have the life-changing results. And that's why we're in the business we are in. But we just have to be strong enough as people mentally and as coaches to know this is real. And when they're ready, there'll be that yes who pops up in your inbox that you didn't even invite. There'll be that yes who's just like, okay, girl, I see you. I'm tired of this. Finally, I'm ready. I've had girls who said yes to me 6 times and ghost me 6 times. And then on the 7th time, finally do it. So
that's all the time. That's
all the time.
All the time. That should be like a new stage. It's not just like, no, soon, yes. It's like, no, soon, ghost you for a period, even though you have the link, then the yes.
And even that, then they're like, don't give up on me. And you're like, I'm not. I'll still be here. No big deal. So I think that yes is different for everybody. Also, part of it, I think, is how quickly you get comfortable with the no and how quickly you're sending invites. So I see a lot of times coaches are sharing their story for a really long time, which is amazing. But as we all know on social media, a lot of people share their journey and aren't actually helping anyone do anything. They're just sharing. So the sooner you get comfortable with doing inviting, and getting comfortable with saying like, you can join me too, that part of it, I think, is when it's able to transition more into people saying, yes, they want to join you versus, yay, good for you, girl. And that's just when I noticed the big change in my business.
What a nugget. What a nugget. Who accepted that one? Did someone quote that? That should have funny quotes around it. That was so good. That was really good. Moving from Yes, that was so good. Moving from the yes. What you were saying really fast at the end of talking about the back office. She said the volume will show up no matter what. That is true. So if you're like, what is this stuff? I don't know what it is. It's not like if you don't click the button to like put your volume somewhere. No. It just is there. It's just information you're reading. So just know Success Club is the goal. You get there by doing the Success Club tracker, and then you want to go Emerald and then Diamond as fast as possible to maximize your own income. Even if you don't understand what that income is, even if you don't understand any of that, it doesn't matter. We'll learn that later. You kind of just have to trust in the upline, and that's us. For me, I have made Success Club from my very first month, but I did get very comfortable with going to my friends. And when I say that, like, I started sharing, and I also, I'm kind of I'm a social person before. And so, and I also worked at bars for, ever. And I was like not healthy. And so I think when people saw me so excited about a system that I learned how to eat healthy, I did have friends ask. And then I was not afraid. I have never been afraid to do a follow-up. I have had seasons where I struggle with the invite, but here's the thing. Sometimes you guys will get going and then you'll say, well, I sent these invites, but did you follow up? So when I have a friend, especially in the beginning, that was like, I really want to do this, I would like follow up until they were ready to do it, because I have known from day one that this has changed my life. So that's where your Success Club tracker is going to play in, because if you do your Success Club tracker for 2 weeks straight, you will then see what's kind of the trend. And if you're like, well, I don't have enough people, then it's probably that you're not sending enough invites or follow-ups. If a lot of people are ghosting you, maybe you are great at all of your invites, but you are not initiating any connections. You are not like loving on people, not about Beachbody. So that is where your tracker will give you the answers to your questions. But like I've been saying, you have to do to know what you need. So, okay, I believe, I don't know what this says. Let me see. Sorry, I'm like scrolling up. Okay, do I need something to get a commission under an inherited coach who just reordered? So when did she, as long as they reorder within, like, I think you only have a 7-day window or something to transfer commission. Like if you inherit a customer, or that example I said before, like if I send a BB links and they end up ordering the BB, like they order the wrong thing and it doesn't say that I'm their coach and we have to do a coach switch, you only have, I think, 7 days to get the commission and the volume transferred. I'm not exactly sure on the 7 days, but there is a window of time, because eventually that commission is paid out to someone else, and they don't like transfer commission and volume for like an extended period of time, or people could be like throwing and sharing their volume. It's too messy. So call. That is one thing I should have said also. Call the Coach Online office. They are the most amazing, or live chat. They are the most amazing, like very helpful. Like they're just really helpful with, how many times have we called customer service people and they're just like not nice, not helpful, like you don't really understand. Even if you don't understand, like just call back and get somebody else, because they're trying to explain it to you, but they might just not be explaining it the way that you need to hear it. But I bet you the next person will. And I used to call all the time. So, 14 days from participating. Okay. So yeah, there is a window of time, but if it's just not showing up, sometimes there's a lag for like, sometimes Success Club points don't show up for like, for me, like for 48 hours sometimes, or, an order. But really after the 48 hours, just call, just to make sure. But yeah, I think that's it. Oh, Brenna, go ahead.
No, I was going to say about that too is, I was calling on the day of qualification, transferring people around. So like don't feel like you're being annoying by calling, or do the live chat. I even do the live chat secretly while I'm at work. Don't tell people that. But like, because you can do it on your phone. It's like a text message, you know, it's so easy. It takes 2 seconds. So if you have questions about anything, your volume showing up, if you have questions about a customer being there, if you have questions about your orders, like just call them. It's super, or message them. It's super easy. And the biggest thing, ladies, if I can say there's one thing about this topic, is that you guys are doing the right things when you're doing the Success Club tracker, and you will see things happening in your back office. And the only way that I ever understood it was by watching it myself. Just like understanding a strong leg and a weak leg and all of that stuff. Like Sam and I have tried, I tell her, I'm like, I could do a training totally on genealogy now on volume. And then every time I go to do it, I'm like, I'm speaking gibberish, whatever. So, but I understand it now. But explaining it is a whole different concept. But that's the same thing with the back office. You'll see stuff happening, and as it starts to happen, you'll really start to understand what you're looking at and how you're looking at it and all that stuff. So I would challenge you not to get too invested in it. But like she said, use your resources. When Sam and I started in this business, and even Sam before me, we knew nothing. I mean, legitimately. So don't be afraid to.
Okay. Can I say it? Can I say it too? That
Yeah.
I was not her personally sponsored coach. So let's just put that out there. But when Brenna signed up, her personally sponsored coach said, legitimately said, read the FAQs. And that's how Brenna trained herself.
When she signed up,
but she did read them because she was my coach, and I would be like, she'd ask me a question, she's like, I'll just look it up on the FAQ. Like, the girl had the book memorized, which was great because she knew things. Like, she knew compliance-wise. But so...
but I'm not that person. So
no,
I get it. I get it. But so that's the thing. It's okay if you feel like you know nothing. Yeah. It takes time. Excuse me. But also know that it will happen. It will happen. It will make sense. It will have your child hit you in the face. No big deal. It will all be there. So don't stress too much about it. If you're doing the right things, all the stuff will show up in the back office. Excuse me. And that is that for me.
And then I'm just going to end the call with a little nugget of motivation, because I believe that life is rigged in our favor, even with the days that I struggle to believe that. I do overall believe that life is rigged in our favor, that our struggles are our blessings, you know, that it gives us our, you know, our struggles are our stories, our, you know, our burdens are our blessings, all of those things. And I, without really knowing, and I also really fast. Oh, crap. I just need to put liner. I think I had a topic on my mind of looking at successful people, you know, because I listen to personal development and business development, maybe not every day, but most days I try to listen to like a team call from another team or something in an area that I'm personally struggling on, just like when I do the dishes. And I used to struggle a lot with comparison. I'm a much better now, but it still pops up. You know, why am I not as far as these other coaches? Why is it so hard for me and you know, it's so easy for them? And it's come up in my personal development and my business development, like probably 5 times in the last 3 days, that, you know, Mel Robbins said it, or Ashley Millsat, or, you know, Melanie Mitro on these trainings are saying that we look at other people who are successful and think, oh, it was easy for them, or oh, they're there and I'll never get there. And we have to remember is that if you see anybody who has any level of success, you have to remember that they just failed way more than you. So if you want to make Success Club, because I know you do, because I know this is your month and you're making Success Club, whether you're like going to tackle someone at the grocery store or not. But just know that all of us have months. All of these coaches that you admire, that you think are great, and you think it's easy to tell yourself that, oh, it was just easy for them, when we don't want to admit that, no, they just worked harder. No, that they just decided that they were going to do it and go for it, and they failed way more. If they are in Success Club 20, it's because they heard 100 no's. If they heard, you know, if they're in Success Club 5, it doesn't matter. They just failed more. So it's know that these resources are out there. Know that we're here as a team to help each other. But ultimately, you have to get comfortable with the no. You have to get comfortable with failing, and failing hard, guys. Like being a little devastated and then getting back up the next day and saying, I'm doing it again. Looking at your Success Club tracker and saying, where are my holes? What's happening? If you're not doing all of it, or if you are doing all of it, be specific. What are you doing? How many invites did you send? How many follow-ups did you send? How many initiating conversations? She was not happy. Then that's okay. It sucks. But it's okay when somebody says something that we don't want to hear, because it's just, you just loved on her. That's right, you did. Because that's the kind of team we are. And we know our integrity of that working out and eating healthy and having a support and a family like this is everything. And if someone's not ready to hear it yet, then that's them. That's on them. But you're still here to be like, I still love you. They may not comment on your stuff for a little bit because you're kind of mean, but I still love you. So just know that you guys, this is your month. This is your month. Tell yourself every morning, everyone wants to join my team. Everyone wants to join my team. And if you kind of sort of try, you kind of sort of get results. Don't be the girl that says, well, I don't really know how successful I could have been because I only kind of went all in. Go all in. Go all in hard and see what happens. I love you guys. We'll talk soon.